Welcome back, everybody. Let's take a break with Stephen Shamus.
See, you're still in Arizona.
Still in
Alex?
Arizona.
Still
A couple more days.
Couple Mondays. All right, cool. All right, so what are we talking about today, Alex?
Oh, we got some fun stuff today. Going back to the Marvel well, we're going to talk a little Ghost Rider, Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider. We're going to talk Firestorm, another flame. I
was just about to say, you beat me to it. You beat me to it.
People on Fire is our show today.
Totally know I'm late, but I got a great excuse. My head may or may not have started a forest fire. Yes, can you believe that? Anybody?
Oh, and the next one too.
Godzilla, who breathes fire. This is all. Yeah. This was not on purpose. And then we're gonna round it out with Star Wars Bounty Hunters, but it has nothing to do with fire. Although Boba Fett does shoot a fire out of his.
That's right.
So it's a fire. Right. It's a flaming. Take a break with Stephen Day.
Yes. Okay. Good. All right. What are we going to start with, Alex?
Let's talk about little Robbie Reyes. The new Ghost Rider.
Yeah, new Ghost Rider from 8 years ago. These books are really rocketing up in value. What is going on with Robbie Reyes, Alex?
I think this might have been the quickest TV show to comic book or vice versa ever. He's a new Ghost Rider. He is not your traditional Johnny Blaze type of Ghost Rider. He's a it's a soul that was inhabited by his car that now gives him powers. But he was on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which is a big fan favorite TV show. And he is a Ghost Rider. He is the 2000s Ghost Rider. I think Johnny Blaze and Danny Ketch and all the other ones are just those are the old guys. This is the new one. Miss Marvel, new blood.
By the way, Johnny Blaze, another Method Man reference. That's 2 weeks in a row. Method Man reference. He's Johnny Blaze.
You're a big Staten Island rap fan.
I know. So all new Ghost Rider #1, May of 2014. First appearance of the new Ghost Rider, Robbie Reyes. And it's a Felipe Smith story. Tradmore artist Frank Kozik. Frank Kozik, I think, did one of the covers. He did the Kid Robot edition. Okay, so there's 193 blue label, 11 gold label, 9.8s. That's about $800 right now, Alex.
That's a big book.
$800.
Yeah, for a new book, 193. That's a lot. That's a good amount.
Mike Del Mundo variant cover, 25, 9.8 blue labels, $200. The Scotty Young variant cover, 13 blue label, 15 gold label, 9.8s. That's about $200. The Felipe Smith 1 in 25 variant cover, there are 18 9.8s, $250 to $350 raw, Alex. Raw.
That's
Can't find that book.
Yeah.
Tradmore 1 in 50 variant edition. Are you sitting down?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I see you are sitting down.
Yeah, I am.
19 blue label, 9.8s.
That's low.
It's $700 in 9.6. It's $500 to $700 raw, Alex. Raw.
That's a lot of money.
Alex, did you buy these books or you blew
Not
it?
at all. I bought 0 of these books.
Okay. The Frank Kozik Kid Robot Hastings edition. There are 12 9.8s. That's about a $300 book. And then the Tradmore second print in July of 2014, 2 months later, 7 9.8s. And that's $150 to $175 raw. So this book is really blowing up, Alex.
Yeah. I mean, I think we've already seen what they're doing in the Disney Marvel, universe. Having a Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider show is extremely easy for them to do. They've already got the casting, they've already got the suit, they've already got the car. They can just roll with it. Pun intended.
They just need Nick Cage, right?
That's it. He can spot the money for it.
No, he's gonna play Ghost Rider.
That's it. Yeah, Johnny Blaze.
All right. Okay. What's next, Alex?
Firestorm, the Nuclear Man.
Yeah. By the way, I actually liked this book when I was a kid.
Yeah, this is a good book.
I don't know why nothing ever happened with the character. Why is this title blowing up?
I think
it is blowing up.
It's definitely getting more. I think you're finding that there isn't so many high grade copies of this book. You're finding that like the character was in the Flash TV series and then Legends of Tomorrow for a while, and it's just a character. Superpowers, like we've seen this character a lot. This is not a character that's gone away. They keep using him, and again, it's just it's a fan favorite. And these are nice books.
Yes,
the run was good. It's a good run.
Firestorm #1, March of '78, 69 9.8s, 236 9.6 blue labels. It's a $1,500 book today. That's a lot.
69 9.8s are, you can see it. Everybody's trying to get 9.8s. 236 9.6s to 69 9.8s. That's a big difference. That's a big difference.
Origin and first appearance of Firestorm, Clark Kent cameo, Jerry Conway story, Al Milgrom cover, Al Milgrom, Klaus Johnson, and Joe Rubinstein artwork. Nice. Then 4 years later, you have Fury of Firestorm #1, June of '82, 178 blue label 9.8s. That's a $250 to $275 book. Origin and first appearance of the Black Bison. I don't know who that is. Jerry Conway story, but that'll be on the TV series one day too.
I'm sure. Yes.
Pat Broderick and Roden Rodriguez art, Pat Broderick and Dick Giordano cover. And then here's the real toughie.
Yeah.
Fury of Firestorm #61 from July of '87. There are 33 9.8 blue labels, 48 9.6s. It's about a $60 raw book. I know there's a test logo on Justice League #3. I know there was a test logo and they did it with Fury of Firestorm. Why those two books out of all the books? So I understand maybe Justice League because
it's a big book.
Fury of Firestorm. And these books are very, very difficult to find, even raw. So tell us a little bit about the test logo, Alex.
So not only is it a test logo, which essentially means they tried a new logo. Instead of the DC Comics bullet, they put Superman Comics and put Superman. They were trying to see if that logo would get more readers. They assumed that kids seeing the DC logo don't really know that is where Superman comes from. But if they put Superman on the logo, everybody knows what Superman looks like. But another thing about this book is it's a variant cover as well. The regular Fury of Firestorm #61 cover is completely different than the test logo cover. It is a completely different cover. They tried, it's a stark white cover with little to no background. They were really trying to push it and see if kids would pick it up. So it's a very tough thing to find. And it's one of the first variant covers. Like 82 is early for 87 is very early for variant covers. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think it was I don't know how many copies they printed, but it couldn't have been more than a couple of thousand.
No. And I guess everybody kind of thinks it was kind of like a California area.
Yeah. It was like a certain region. And also it was newsstand only. It did not go to hobby shops.
Right.
And newsstands back in the 80s, the comic books got destroyed on those spinner racks.
That's it. And they got destroyed to return them. I mean, newsstands, they rip the cover off and send them back.
Yeah. All right. Alex's pick of the week. What do you got for Alex? You got a flame throwing
I was trying to think of something that was on fire, but I don't think I can.
Fire.
You love it. They're coming back. I hear it.
Oh my God, they're great.
This is more of a odd collectible thing. My dog gets something called Bark Box, which is a subscription.
Oh yeah, you told me about that.
And the one last month was Spider-Man themed. So everything in the box had Spider-Man themed, the toys, the treats, everything. And these are officially licensed Spider-Man, the last movie merchandise. So yeah, this is all officially licensed stuff. And it's, the collector in me sees a box of Spider-Man toys that knows they're going to all be destroyed. And I want to keep them, but of course they're for the dog. That's what we pay him for. My wife told me I was not allowed to keep any of them. I had to give them to the dog. They were his toys. But I mean, in 20 years or so, who knows? I mean, if they're a Spider-Man fan, if you grew up with these movies,
right. That's funny.
You're trying to complete movie merchandise run, you're going to need this stuff. So
are you going to complain to me like your Star Wars toys and everything else when you were a little kid?
No, never. I knew what I was doing when I was a kid. By the time I was playing with toys, I knew that eventually they'd be worth money. So I had to make that choice of playing with them or keeping them in the box. I played with all of them.
Right. Okay. All right. What do we got next, Alex?
Another flame typed character, Godzilla.
Yeah, 70s and 80s character. These books are making a strong comeback.
Yes.
Selling for big money, not low pops, but selling for big money again.
Yes.
Is it just nostalgia with Godzilla, or is it the trilogy that just?
It's everything. I mean, Godzilla is a powerhouse IP. It's never going away. They're always going to make more movies. In Japan, they're going to make 1 million movies. In America, we seem to keep making movies. And a lot of these, and especially for like that era, like the Shogun Warriors, the Micronauts, Godzilla, those kind of like nostalgia books, people see those and they want them. And that's a perfect era for Marvel. Like, it's going to be hard to get 9/8 of those Godzilla books.
Right. Okay, well, here we go. Godzilla #1. It was August of 1977. 495 9.8s. They printed plenty.
That's actually a lot of 9.8.
And there's still $750 to $800.
That's a lot.
There's a 35-cent variant that's super duper rare that you can't find. It's got Nick Fury, Dum Dum Dugan is in there, Jimmy Woo, Godzilla pinups by Dave Cockrum, Doug Mensch, story, Herb Trimpe, and Jim Mooney art with a Herb Trimpe cover.
Beautiful
that one was
cover.
Produced by Marvel.
Yes.
Then Dark Horse took over the license 10 years later. Godzilla King of the Monsters #1, August of 87. There's only 10 9.8s, and that's about a $250 book. It's a Randy Stradley story, Ron Randall art, Art Nichols and Tony Salmon's art with a Steve Bissett story, cover, and art. So that wraps up Godzilla. And what are we closing with today, Alex?
Well, you didn't mention it, but I'm going to show a picture of Charles Barkley versus Godzilla because that's probably my favorite Godzilla comic. One of the best.
I do remember that. Alex, what are we closing with tonight?
Star Wars Bounty Hunters.
Yeah, there seems to be a never-ending hotness with the Star Wars stuff. The Bounty Hunters, is it just the normal Bounty Hunter craze that we're seeing now with all the new TV shows and everything?
It's a little bit of both. This book has a lot of first appearances. It has all the bounty hunters in it at some point. It's continuously going. The main character is a character from the original Marvel run that we did not get a lot of. So it's really weird that they use this character for the new Marvel stuff. But I mean, after watching Book of Boba Fett and having Cad Bane and everybody, you're going to see Zuckuss, you're going to see Forlom, you're going to see all these characters come back, and these are the books to have.
Got it. So the first book is Star Wars Bounty Hunters #1, which has a Lee Bermejo cover.
Yes.
Came out in May of 2020, so just 2 years ago. There are 202 Blue Label 9.8s. That's about a $20 raw book. Then there's the blank cover, which are 0.98s because people are going to sketch them in. Those are only $15.
Yep.
Then there's the movie photo 1 in 10 variant.
Yeah, that's a good one.
There are 50 9.8s. That's about a $75 to $85 book. Then there's the Kare Andrews variant cover. There are 58 9.8s, and that's about a $100 book. And now you starting to get into the big money.
Yes.
Dave Johnson 1 in 50 variant cover. There are 97 9.8s, and that's a $500 to $600 book.
Boy.
The Michael Golden 1 in 25 variant cover. There are 29 9.8s. That's $175, but 40 to 60 raw. And then there's a book that we need to talk about that maybe you could help us out with, Alex, and give us the skinny on what this deal is, if it's real, if it's not real. Star Wars Bounty Hunters #4 from November of 2021. That there is a 3-pack version, or is there a legit version? What is this book?
So there's some confusion here because they're saying that the Walmart books, some of them are blank, a black blank cover. But if you look at some of the store exclusives, which have made their way into Walmart packs by mistake, what happens is they'll take a regular book and they'll put another cover over it for a store exclusive. So it'll essentially have 2 covers. And what they're saying, what people are thinking here is that they're getting these books that have store exclusives. They're taking the first cover off because you'll never know. And now you have a book that looks like it's an error or looks like it's a low printed or something that was never released, when in factuality, it is actually a book that has been damaged because they took the cover off. This happens with blank covers a lot. You can get a blank cover of a book. Everything on the inside is a regular cover. They just put the cardboard stock around it. So let's say a blank cover is only worth $15, but a regular cover A is a $200 book. You take that blank cover cardboard off. There you go. You have a regular cover. Now it's worth some money. So it's
we'll have to check in with CGC and see how they classify the book. Exactly. By the way, you pulled a George W. Bush. You came up with the word
factuality.
Yeah,
I made that up. Yeah,
you made it up. That's like George Bush. That's George
America.
W.
We could do anything we want.
America. Okay. Thank you everybody for listening today. We appreciate you. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the field below. Otherwise, we will see you next week. Same bad time.
Same bad channel.